Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
Ugh, I can't with that guy.
Today's review is definitely going to be one that I was very excited to put together. Not just because of the massive story that comes along with this specific movie, but also because of the fact that this is now the newest installment in a small grouping of films that never seems to get it right, minus a couple of them. And I can definitely tell you which ones they are. But as someone who knew that this movie was coming out with very low expectations, knowing that it was one of the most beloved characters in video games of my childhood, I loved these games to death. Of course, we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, which of course features the voice of Ben Schwartz, who is also the voice of Dewey Duck on the current DuckTales show, James Marsden, and of course the legendary Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. So, where do we begin? Well, obviously, as a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, when I first heard that they were making this movie, I was not excited in the slightest, because how were they possibly going to make it? And then that first trailer came out, and my goodness did I get angry. Pretty much like almost everybody else who saw that trailer. But the fact that an immediate pullback of this film was done, and the fact that the new director to Hollywood, Jeff Fowler, said, this is not going to do good if we do not do what the fans want us to do. And that is take that movie back, redo all the special effects, because Sonic needs to look like Sonic, and this movie needs to truly feel like a great Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So when the new trailer came out, with the new animated Sonic the Hedgehog, not only did the movie look like it was going to be more exciting and more fun to watch, but the fans were just so happy that Hollywood, finally, in this case Paramount Studios, decided that the fans know what they're talking about. So people were basically saying this movie could end up being absolutely horrible, but because of the fact that the director and the studio listened to the fans and changed the movie specifically so the fans were a little bit more excited and optimistic, people said, I'm going to go and support this movie just because they did that. And that's exactly what I did. So, walking out of Sonic the Hedgehog, do I feel that it's the best video game film adapted from its source material? The answer is no. It's still going to be Mortal Kombat from 1995 and Warcraft from 2016. But did I walk out of this movie truly upset with what I watched? No, I thought that this movie was very much enjoyable. I mean, without a doubt, this movie is definitely made for kids. The comedy is definitely very silly. It's definitely got jokes that are going to make kids laugh and adults roll their eyes. But one of the few things that I have to give Jeff Fowler credit for was all the nostalgia and all the hidden treats that the old school Sonic the Hedgehog fans would be able to spot. And he's basically telling all of those old school fans, don't worry guys, I see you. I know you came to see this movie. I got you covered. There was definitely a lot of cool stuff that me as a Sonic player and fan saw that I truly did like and was so happy to know that it was there. I also was really curious to know how the story was going to end up being, and honestly, it actually worked well. I really appreciated Sonic's origin story about how he got to Earth, how he got his power sneakers, and how he really, in this film, not only developed friendships for the first time outside of who he knew on his home planet, but also learned what it means to be a hero. I thought that Ben Schwartz adding his voice to Sonic definitely fit the great Sonic persona, and he definitely gave me a Sonic the Hedgehog that I wanted to see, especially when it came to his attitude. It reminded me of the 1990s cartoons, because he really felt like that. And also James Marsden, you know, he was just there for the sake of being there. He definitely had some really weird and silly moments, but I still appreciated his character. Jim Carrey, on the other hand, this is classic Ace Ventura / Mask Jim Carrey. I really appreciated him in this movie. The fact that they actually got him to play Dr. Robotnik was the only thing when I originally saw the first trailer that I felt was going to make this movie tolerable. But even with all the changes, it definitely was great. And you could tell throughout the movie that he is just having a blast doing his old school shtick and really making me feel like it was Dr. Robotnik. Because once again, I watched the old cartoon from 1990, and not the ones that were a little bit more action-packed, the ones that were a little bit more silly and over the top, and Dr. Robotnik was definitely that kind of stupid silly, and I loved that. I also thought the visual effects were very good. I mean, you could definitely tell that there was a little bit of a cartoony thing to Sonic, but I still liked how they put a couple of details, how it looked like he had some quills poking out, as well as some fur. I really appreciated the visual effects. And once again, when I walked out of the movie, I just had fun. It wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, it definitely had a lot of appeal. But one of the few things that made me truly excited about this movie was the first couple of minutes of the film, and of course, the mid-credits scene. Jeff Fowler obviously is wanting to do something with this film. He wants to make it a franchise. And based on how the film ends, especially with that mid-credits scene, I really hope that that is the case. And with the opening credits where you see where Sonic was from, his old home planet, and the friends that he did have, as well as the enemies, I'm really thinking that there is a possibility here to continue on with this story. And the possibility is looking more positive every day because not only did fans go to see this movie after the changes were made, but this movie grossed a larger amount of money than the box office anticipated. About $70 million for its opening weekend, and that is such an amazing accomplishment. It even beat Detective Pikachu, and that's even more so something that the people who gave us Sonic can say that's very positive. And I'm just glad to know that they did what they did for the sake of satisfying the fans. I mean, does this mean that this is going to cause a trend in Hollywood where the studios are going to be listening to the fans every single time? I don't think that that's going to be the case. However, when you did something as extreme as you originally did with Sonic the Hedgehog, that was really one of the exceptions to the rule, and this movie really did need to go through the changes that it did, and trust me, it obviously is showing the results. And the thing that made me so happy was the fact that Jeff Fowler got a barrage of thank yous on his Twitter feed, just saying we appreciated the fact that you listened to what the fans were saying, the fact that we really wanted to see this movie, but we wanted to make sure that it was something that we were going to like. And because of the fact that they made those changes, the movie got supported and the movie made its money, and that makes me extremely happy. So is this a movie that I'm going to want to see again? Well, let me just say this. Even though it's got some really ultra dumb moments, very cheesy, very campy, I still do feel that it's a good watch, it's fun, and yes, I would like to have this movie on DVD because I just feel that if this movie is going to be the start of something big, because believe me, when it comes to some of the other video game films that I like where I was hoping that they would become something big but never actually got off the ground, I wish that that wasn't the case for Warcraft because the fans definitely liked it and there definitely was an opportunity for more because the lore is massive. But yes, I think that there can be some really great Sonic movies down the line because I seriously feel, once again, this is the third time I'm saying this, because of that mid-credit scene, Sonic is going to end up going home soon. I can feel it because there's something that he needs to do, and now that he's a hero, he's got some unfinished business. So I am going to be giving Sonic the Hedgehog an admirable 2.5 stars out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave your comments in the box below, and let's discuss Sonic the Hedgehog, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.